Republicans in Congress want to cut medical research to pay for tax cuts for billionaires.
Access to education.
Kids' school lunch programs.
Head Start.
FEMA. Ag research.
Public health funding and medical research.
Research for Alzheimer's.
Why?
To give tax cuts to the billionaires.
Republicans in Congress
want to cut veteran services.
Essential services for veterans and their benefits.
Vital programs for veterans.
To fund tax breaks for billionaires.
Republicans in Congress want to cut health care for moms and babies.
Health care for people with disabilities.
Medicaid.
Medicaid.
So they can have more tax cuts.
For their billionaires club.
Republicans in Congress want to cut
the support for 2/3 of our seniors who are in nursing homes.
Literally, to kick seniors out of nursing homes.
In order to pay for tax cuts for billionaires.
Massive tax cuts
for billionaires.
The billionaires.
For billionaires.
That ain't right.
For Donald Trump, she supported Donald Trump, and now she sits in an ICE detainment center. This is the breaking news story of Camilla and Bradley. She is an immigrant from Peru. He happens to be a legal U.S. citizen. They got married. They've been married for 2 years. They are working on her paperwork for her to become a legal permanent resident. She works on a W-2. Okay, so she's going through all the proper channels to become a citizen here. And she's still got, or I guess she's not deported, she's detained awaiting deportation. So he didn't know this was going to happen to him. Do you, as the viewer, a liberal viewer, did you know it was going to happen to him? We can have a whole fucking Dora moment here, because that's how incompetent these people seem to be. You said we were fear-mongering, that it would never happen. Now that it has come knocking at your door, literally, you're sitting there and regretting your vote. You stated you knew it was going to go down, but you didn't know it was going to go down like this. We all knew. You ignored it. FAFO. You guys both supported Donald Trump. I got no sympathy here. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Rose M React. In today's video, we talk about the current situation facing Trump's supporters. Trump voters are realizing that they made a huge mistake, and honestly, it's giving a kind of "you played yourself" energy. The same people who voted for Trump, thinking that he had their backs, are now watching their benefits, funding, and support disappear right before their eyes. Let's break it all down. Before we get to the story, let me play a few videos on the same, and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of these videos. Kindly consider subscribing to help me grow my channel and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any trading topics.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices on groceries. And that has not happened. Not only has that not happened, I am getting my food stamps taken. I am getting my cash assistance taken. I am getting my Section 8 taken. I am getting all my welfare governments taken. I did not ask for this. I would not have voted for him if I knew this was going to happen.
Do you know what drives me insane about these people that say that if I would have known, I wouldn't have voted for him, or I did not vote for that? Yes, you did. The first thing that bothers me is yes, you did. You see, you voted for those things. You just thought it would happen to someone else. You were perfectly fine with other people losing programs, losing things that would benefit them. You just didn't think it would touch you. You thought you were safe from losing these programs. And the other part is they say they didn't know. Bullcrap. Bullcrap. The left, independents, lots of different economic experts, doctors, scientists have been screaming about all the horrible things that Donald Trump would do. We told you about Project 2025. We told you how many times his name was listed in Project 2025. And we told you how many of his own staffers were in there as well or helped write it. But you guys didn't believe us. You guys said fake news. We tried to warn you. You didn't either want to listen, or your bigotry and your racism, your homophobia and your sexism didn't allow you to see what was coming. So the bed that you made, you now have to lie on. The sad thing is that so many of us are in the same bed with you, but we didn't vote that way. We knew that these things were going to happen. We knew that this was going to cause havoc for everybody. And look, I'm sorry for you. I feel horrible that you're going to lose all these benefits, but you did vote for this. So if you want something to change, I suggest you call your congressperson and tell them to put a leash on Donald Trump and stop him in Congress. I suggest instead of just coming on this app and whining and complaining about what you yourself created, you call your representative and do something about it. Otherwise, we here on the left and independent, we don't care. We warned you. All my love.
One of the major regrets hitting Trump's voters is the loss of subsidies and grants. A lot of farmers, small business owners, and even students depended on these funds to survive. But guess what? The same people who cheered when Trump talked about cutting government spending are now shocked to see their own pockets hurting. Farmers, especially white farmers, are feeling the heat as agricultural subsidies get slashed. Meanwhile, the black farmers who were left out of the subsidies for decades are not making much noise because they never really got a fair share to begin with. Some farmers are now at the risk of losing their land because they cannot afford to keep up with the rising cost and lack of financial aid. Parents who thought Trump's policies would somehow, quote-unquote, save their kids' education are now dealing with major funding cuts in their schools. Programs for arts, sports, and even basic resources are disappearing, leaving schools struggling. And the wildest part of it, some of these same parents are still confused about why their local schools are suffering. Special education programs are also being hit hard, making it even tougher for students with disabilities to get the support they need. Schools in rural areas, which tend to rely heavily on the government funding, are feeling the impact. Many of them are having to cut after-school programs and even essential services like school lunches and transportation. Parents who once thought that Trump policies would make education great again are now dealing with the opposite reality. Trump and his supporters always talked big about supporting the troops, but now many veterans are realizing they were being used for the votes. Funding for veteran healthcare is being cut, benefits are harder to access, and promises of better treatment have turned into empty ones. Some veterans who voted for Trump now say that it was never really about helping them. It was just using patriotism as a talking point. And now they are struggling to get the very services they risked their lives for. When Trump and his followers went after DEI programs, a lot of the people cheered until they saw how it affected them. Cutting DEI didn't just hurt the black and the brown communities, it also shut down programs that helped veterans, women, and people with disabilities. Companies started rolling back initiatives that helped working class white folks too. Now, some of those same people who supported cutting DEI programs are finding themselves left out of job opportunities, scholarship, and business grant. Some white workers are realizing that DEI was not just about race, it was about creating opportunities for all the marginalized groups, including rural Americans and the blue-collar workers. Now, these opportunities are disappearing, and people who thought they were protecting their status are feeling the consequences. Trump's immigration policies were supposed to protect American jobs, right? But now, industries that depend on immigrant workers like agriculture, construction, and even healthcare are suffering from the massive labor shortages. Why? Farmers are struggling to find workers to harvest their crops, leading to higher prices in grocery stores. Businesses can't find employees, so they are shutting down on raising costs. And let's not forget about the dreamers and other immigrants who have been in this country for years, contributing to the economy, now facing even more uncertainty. Some Trump's voters who supported the crackdown on immigration are now realizing that their own jobs, businesses, and wallets are being hit hard. The irony is that many of the same people who supported Trump's strict immigration policies are now dealing with the fallout. Restaurants are closing because they can't find workers. Nursing homes are struggling because many of their staff were immigrants. Prices for everything from groceries to home repairs is going up because there are not enough workers to do the jobs. At the end of the day, this is a classic case of be careful what you wish for. Many Trump voters thought they were voting to make their lives better, but instead, they are watching things fall apart. And the worst part of it, Trump doesn't care. He never did. People are learning the hard way that his policies were not about helping everyday American. They were about keeping power and protecting the rich. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.